So I explained you the sum number 9. Okay, so that is your homework. Sum number 9 you have to do, sum number 10 you have to do, and sum number 11. Why I am giving you sum number 10 and 11? Because the adjustments are similar to what we have done in the earlier illustrations and the exercise sums. Okay, so they are similar. You will not have any problem in. Even though if you have any problem, you can ask in the personal WhatsApp group that we have made. Okay, you can ask in that group. I'll answer. Now we'll look into sum number 12. So sum number 12 is little different because in this sum, the question that is given to you is not of trial balance. Okay, the question is about the together it is given. Trading and P&L is given to you together. Okay, so it's all mixed up. So it's not been proper there. So we need to what? We need to allocate them separately, showing it as trading, showing it as P&L, showing it as P&L appropriation, and then balance sheet. Balance sheet is also given to you, but then because the amount differs, therefore everything will differ in that. Okay. So you'll see, you look into the trading and P&L that is given to you all together. You will see that purchase is also given to you and sales is also given to you. Showroom expense is also given to you, and expenses and income which are related to P&L is also given to you. So we need to bifurcate them. Okay. So before doing this bifurcation, what we'll do? We'll understand the adjustments. That is what we do firstly. Okay. We need to understand the adjustments. So what we will do? First adjustment says that 5% interest on capital is not calculated. Okay. You remember in 11th standard I had told you about the GST is not calculated and all. So nobody calculated because it was written it is not calculated. It is not calculated. It means that you have to calculate. Understand? So here also don't get confused with the adjustment that is given to you. It is written 5% interest on capital is not calculated. So you have to calculate that. Normally it is given calculate 5% interest on capital. Okay. So you do accordingly. But if here it is given to you 5% interest on capital is not calculated. So the capital amount is already given in the balance sheet. You have to take that amount. 1,60,000 is given and 1,20,000 is given. And the partners are Dhara and Meera. First adjustment. So that interest on capital is given as 5%. So please calculate what is the interest on capital and then write. Now I think so now you are very much familiar to where this interest on capital goes. Correct? I don't think so every time I have to keep on saying it. So interest on capital, P&L appropriation, debit side, partners capital, credit side. Only the capital amount we will record, and interest on capital we will record like this, giving two effects. But capital will be recorded only in one place, that is partners capital account, credit side. Correct? Now in the next adjustment is about 10% depreciation on building. Depre is to be provided on building. So in asset side we have the amount of building, that is 2,40,000. 2,40,000 is the amount for building. So depreciation will be 24,000. This you will show in balance sheet. Correct? And only this amount you will show in P&L account, debit side. Now you must be very much familiar with how to do this. Depre and bad debts and interest on capital, interest on drawings. You can easily score marks doing these basic things. Prepaid salary. The third adjustment is prepaid salary. So prepaid is always deducted. Whatever is the salary amount, prepaid will be always deducted. So prepaid is how much? 400. Salary amount you have to see in the trading P&L. 8,000 it is. Okay. So minus this amount, this you will show where? In P&L account. Okay. And only this where you will show it is prepaid. Prepaid is your asset. Balance sheet asset side you have to record it. Investment on interest on investment not received, rupees 800. Okay. Fourth adjustment says that interest on investment is not received. When it is not received, what happens? It is your outstanding. Not received is your, not received means what? That it is your outstanding interest on investment. Okay. So what happens? How do you do this? First thing what you do is investment. Where do we write investment? Balance sheet. Balance sheet we write investment. What is the investment amount? 24,000. Okay. Add outstanding interest. That you have to calculate. No, it is given 800. Okay. This where you are showing this. This you are showing in balance sheet. Asset side. And only outstanding where you will show. Only outstanding will be in P&L account credit side. Interest on investment is your income. Okay, so P&L credit side you have to show. So next is bad debt reserve 1200 is to be maintained. Bad debt reserve 1200 is to be maintained. So what you will do? Debtors you have to write. Debtors is how much? Given to you 56,000. Okay, and your BDR is 1200. So calculate this. This part will go where in the balance sheet. And only 1200 will go where? In P&L account. Correct? Next is credit purchase of 1600 is not recorded. So we have this. This is the which adjustment? Sixth adjustment. This is fifth adjustment. This is sixth adjustment. So we have unrecorded purchase. Correct? Unrecorded purchase. So what you have to do? We have to add with the purchase. What is the amount of purchase? We will see here. Unrecorded is 1200. So what is the purchase amount? Now you see here it is written to cost of goods sold. This cost of goods sold is nothing but your purchase. The cost of the goods that is being sold. Okay, so that becomes your purchase. That is 4,64,000. Unrecorded will be added. 1200. This you are showing in trading account. Where you will show this? This will be added with the creditors. Okay, this will be added with your creditors in your liability side. Add with creditors. So like that your two effects. So creditors are given to you in your balance sheet 32,000. So you have to add 32,000 plus 1200. So your this adjustment is also over. So that's it. So the adjustments are all over. Okay. So now what we are going to do? Now we look into this trading account. So whichever is left out, we'll try to put them. Office expense. Cost of goods sold is already done. We have already done here 4,64,000. Office expense is 80,000. Where it goes? P&L account. Showroom rent, P&L account. Packing expense goes where? Now packing means don't try to say that it will be in trading, okay? Packing is always P&L. Bad debts old is given to you. So what you will do in this thing, P&L account, you will write as bad debt old, bad debt new is not given, okay? So and bad debt reserve new is given. So add them and put it in the outer this thing. Then you have advertisement expense, which is P&L account. Then you have selling and distribution expense, that is also P&L account. Financial expense, that is also P&L account. Sundry expense, that is also P&L account. Salary is already done. Tax and insurance, P&L account. Then this profit that is given, that you are not going to record anywhere, okay? Next is sales, given on the credit side, it is given sales. So that will come on the trading. Sundry income, again P&L account credit. Bad debts return, it's an income, okay? So that will come in P&L credit side. Now we look into the balance sheet. Capital is already recorded, profit we will not record. Drawings amount we have to record, correct? Drawings amount 48,000 and 24,000 we have to record. Partners capital account debit side. Then you have creditors already done. Bills payable we have, that will be on the liability side. Now look into the asset side. Building already done. Plant and machinery we have to record on the asset. Furniture you have to record. Investment already done. Cash balance and bank balance we have to record. Bills receivable we have to record on asset side. Debtors already done. Okay, so you need to now record them in their order. Close the trading account. Find out the gross profit that is there. Transfer it to the profit and loss account. Close profit and loss account. Find out net profit and net loss. Okay. Transfer it to the P&L appropriation account. Now when you are finding out, now when you are closing profit and loss appropriation account, you have the ratio that is given to you, that Dhara and Meera share profit and loss in the ratio 3:2. So you have to give the divisible profit in the ratio 3:2. Okay, and then transfer this profit in partners capital account. Okay, partners capital account, and then close the partners capital account, find out the balance, transfer this balance in balance sheet as capital of Dhara and Meera. Okay, so that is how you have to do. Close the balance sheet, tally it, and try to complete that sum also. Okay, if you are able, then 9, 10, 11 you are doing it, and then you try to do this 12th sum, so it will be easy for you. Now this 13th sum that is there in the exercise is little complicated, because there are many hidden adjustments that are there in the trial balance. Okay, so though we were always used to that something that is given in bracket, they are only hidden adjustments, but then you will see that there are many other hidden adjustments which we need to understand. Okay, so I'll just read out what it is in the question. Harsha and Chaya are partners. There is no ratio given as such. Okay, and let me read out the adjustments. Provide 5% on capital, 6% on drawings, and 10% on opening balance of current account. Now interest on capital is also there in this trial balance that is given to you. Usually we don't have, but in this particular sum it is given. Interest on capital, then interest on drawings is also given to you, and in opening balance of current account, interest on current account is also given. Okay, so we now need to understand that how we will react to the trial balance when it is given interest on capital in that also. Okay, so first we will take the point of capital. So first we will see only of Harsha, capital of Harsha, 20,000, and if it is 5% interest, then the interest amount is 1,000. Now you see in the trial balance that interest on capital is given of Harsha. In trial balance it is given, interest on capital is given as 700. How much interest Harsha has to receive? 1,000 she has to receive. But in trial balance they are showing only 700. This means what? That there is an outstanding amount of 300. Outstanding interest amount is there of 300. How are you going to show this in the books? How are you going to show this amount in the books? This amount, how you are going to show? This is an outstanding amount. So first what you will do is, this whole thing you are going to show in P&L appropriation account. With the outstanding amount 700 and 300, outer column you will write 1,000. This you are going to show in P&L appropriation. But in partners capital account you will show only this 300 amount on the credit side. Okay, this is the effect that how you are going to give, because in the trial balance there is an amount of interest on capital, therefore you are going to show this. Same thing for Chhaya you are going to do. Okay, so Chhaya I am not showing you because you have to do in the same way you have to do. Okay, now see the next point, that is about drawings. Now drawings also, what is the amount given of drawings? 5,000. 5,000 of Harsha, and the date is given 1/10/16. Okay, so 6 months. So you have to calculate 5,000. Interest on drawings is 6% and 6 months. Okay, so you have to calculate that, and the amount of Harsha is 150. Now you see in the trial balance that is given to you of interest and drawings of Harsha is 100. In trial balance it is given to you that it is only 100. So 50 rupees more is outstanding here to be paid by Harsha. Okay, so outstanding amount is 50. This is how you will record in P&L appropriation. Okay, this whole thing you will record in P&L appropriation, but only this 50 you will record in partners capital account. Interest on drawings. Hope so you are understanding how to do it. Okay, same thing for Chhaya. This is of Harsha. Chhaya, please try to do by your own. Again you have to same thing, calculate the months and see how many months interest it is there, and in interest on drawings also of Chhaya how much it is. Okay, so that you have to see. Then 10% on opening balance of current account. So current account is given of Harsha is how much? Current account of Harsha 6,000. So 6,000, 10% would be 600. What is given in trial balance about interest on current account of Harsha? it is given only 100. 100 is given in trial balance. Okay, so what is the outstanding amount? Outstanding amount is 500. This you will show in P&L appropriation. Okay, and this amount, outstanding amount, you have to show in your current account. Okay, so sorry, I had told always here in partners capital account, no? So here we are preparing current account. So don't record this in current capital account, but you have to record in partners current account. Extremely sorry, because we are preparing partners current account, so we have to record this drawings and capital interest both in partners current account. You have to record. Okay, so here also this it will be recorded in partners current account, not in partners capital account. Okay, so same way for Chhaya also you have to do in the same way. So our first adjustment is over. Second adjustment, depreciation on machine. Now I am not doing this depreciation of machine. 10% depreciation of machine. Very easy, you know how to give the two effects also. Okay. Let us go to the third adjustment, that is monthly salary of Chhaya is rupees 500. So if monthly salary of Chhaya, if it is 500, then it will be 6,000. Okay. So now we will check out whether any salary of Chhaya is given. Yes, it is given in the trial balance that the amount is 5500. So we know that there is an amount that is outstanding, that is 500. Correct? So this whole thing you will be showing in P&L appropriation account. Okay, and only this outstanding amount you will show in partners current account. Okay, the whole thing here in P&L appropriation you will show, and only this 500 amount you will show in partners current account. Clear? The next one is total of sales book is undercast by rupees 300. Okay, so that is the thing. Now here in this book you will notice that in trial balance you will see that there is no purchase, there is no sales given to you, there is no transaction which are related to trading account. Okay, so there is no meaning to prepare this trading account. Instead we have an amount of profit here, that is trading account is given to you in the trial balance. In your trial balance, trading account amount is given. What is this trading account amount? Trading account amount would be a profit that is there, gross profit that is there. So that is 24,700. So here the sales book is undercast. When the sales book is undercast, what we do? We usually add it. Okay. So here we will just add that amount. How much it is? Undercast 300. So the amount is 25,000. This amount 25,000 will now get transferred to our profit and loss account that we prepare in that account. The next one is 1,700 are to be transferred to general reserve. Okay. So when you are preparing your P&L appropriation account, when you are preparing, you like this, you have your debit, you have your credit, you have recorded your interest on capital, your drawings, interest on drawings. Okay, not drawings, interest on drawings. Okay, this is capital, and I think so you recorded salary. Okay, all this you must have recorded. After that, what you have to do? Your credit side you have to add, and you have to deduct your debit side. Whatever the amount comes, extremely sorry, I am not talking about divisible profit, sorry. I am just telling you about the general reserve. So general reserve, after recording all this, you will just write your general reserve here on the debit side as 1700. Okay, this 1700 will be recorded in P&L appropriation and balance sheet. On the liability side we record general reserve. So you remember. And the sales book undercast that is there, which I told you, it will have always one effect. Okay, it doesn't have any two effects. And monthly salary I have told already. Yes, that is done. Now look into the given trial balance. Drawings we have completed. Current account of Harsha. Current account. So current account balance, if it is here given to you debit side, please write on the debit side. If it is given on the credit side, write it on the credit side. Interest on capital is also over. Machinery asset, it is. Interest on loan that is there, that is we record it on the this thing P&L debit side we record. So here if we have any loan, we have to see that if there is any loan. Yes, there is a loan amount of Harsha given to you as 10,000. So we will calculate interest on loan. We will just calculate interest on loan, that is 10,000 into 6 months, it is into 6%. There is no amount given as such, so the amount would be 300. And in your trial balance, interest on loan is given as 200. Okay, so in your trial balance it is given as 200. So again the outstanding amount is 100. Okay, so this is how you have to record in your P&L account. P&L account. Okay, and your this outstanding amount of interest on loan will be recorded on the balance sheet. You have to record in your liability side. Okay, balance sheet, liability side. So next is interest on loan. Salary of, no, there is no salary of, it is monthly salary is 1000 and it is given as 13,000. Okay, so what is the thing here? So monthly salary is given 1000, okay, and the amount is 13,000. So you can understand that it has to be 12,000, but 1000 is being prepaid. So what we do, prepaid is always minus. Okay, prepaid is always minus. So this you will show in your P&L account. P&L account you have to show. And only this 1000 will be in your balance sheet. Asset side. Correct? Then you have salary of, okay, done. Debtors done, receivable. Debtors you know where to put them. Receivable rent is what? Receivable rent is your income to be received. Okay, you will receive it in future, so it is your asset. Receivable rent. Bad debts, old bad debts, okay. Stock of goods is your closing stock, asset. Insurance premium, okay. Now insurance premium. Now this insurance premium, it is given in bracket that it is for the year 1200 is for the year 30 June 17 up to. So this 1200 is up to 30 June 17. Now our academic year, our financial year becomes different, and this payment of premium year, that is different. Okay, so we cannot make the same year. Like our financial year for a business is from 1st April to 31st March. Okay, that is the year. But here the premium amount that is there for the insurance that is up to 30 June. For 1 year it is. Okay. What we have to consider is, we have to consider very